Welcome back, everybody. Today I wanted to go over hops for 2017. Now, here in Michigan, what the rule is, at May 1st, you want to let them start growing. So let's go back and look what we should have been doing before May 1st. So once the snow's gone, like here in Michigan, what you want to do is start giving them nutrition. So usually what I do is I buy 2 bags of potting soil to 1 bag of manure. So if you get a 40-pound bag of potting soil, you're going to use a 20-pound bag or 20 pounds of manure. And I put those on each of the beds. If you've been following me or watched my 2016 hops, you'll know I have 2 in a planter box or a 4-foot by 4-foot box that I made, and I have 2 that I just planted in the ground next to my fence. Well, the wife didn't like the 2 that were next to the fence, so they are now in by the pool. So I dig them up, and let me tell you, these things grow quick. So I've only had all 4 plants for a year, and I'll put a picture up, and one of the hops, my Chinook hops that I dug up, was humongous already, and it's only been in the ground for a year. So as long as you give them nutrients and treat them well, they should grow like weeds. So I did transplant them, and I cleaned out each of my boxes that I have, and what I did was I took 20 pounds of manure in a 40-pound bag of potting soil. I mixed that up, and that's what I put on each of the 2 hops that I have in the 4-foot by 4-foot boxes. So I have Cascade and Centennial in the boxes. And then for this year, for the twine, I did buy hop twine. Now, I had to go look at this. I thought last year that pretty much any twine would be good as long as I couldn't pull it apart. Well, I was mistaken. These things get so heavy, and plus with all the water that you put on them, if it rains or if you use sprinklers, this twine does, start to lose its strength, and the binds were actually breaking the twine before I started picking them. So I did upgrade. I think it cost me $24 for 312 foot of twine. I'll put a little thing up there of what I did buy. But I did rerun that through both of my boxes, and those are good to go. And on the other ones, when I did transplant them, I dug the hole deep enough to where I could put some manure and some potting soil in the bottom. Then I put the plant in and then filled up the rest. I put a little bit of water. I let it just dribble out of the hose for about a half hour until it compacted. Then I added more. But right now, if you have them coming up, you want to cut everything back. I'm going to say for second year plants and on, because what you get out of the first shoots is they're hollow shoots, so they're not good. And as you guys can see from the picture, 95% of mine were hollow. Now, the 2 hops that I have in the 4-foot by 4-foot boxes, they were almost 3 foot tall before May 1st. I did cut them back May 1st, and yeah, 2 of them, the 2 in the boxes were over 3 foot, and the other ones were probably 1.5 to 2 foot. So now we'll let them grow, and we'll make sure that we give them nutrition. I use Miracle Grow, so 1 full dose of Miracle Grow on each plant once a week until we start seeing flowers. Then no more nutrients after that. I know some people about halfway through the year do put them on there, but from the hop growers that I have talked to, there should be enough nutrients in that ground that they don't need anymore. Now we're going to start training them counterclockwise when they're about 1 foot tall. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick your best plants and go at it with those, and you're going to cut everything back. So I would say after 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, once you got the strong ones or the ones that you want to run, start cutting everything back. How my boxes work though, I will string 4, maybe 8, depending on how well they're coming up, to each run, because in my boxes, each run have 4 outlets to go to, so that's what I'm going to do. On my single runs, I will keep the best 2 and run those up the rope, and that's all I'll keep. Then I'll keep cutting them back. So it's up to you guys how you want to deal with the fertilizer after the flowers start coming up. It looks like we're going to have a good crop this year. I did get hops off every single plant except for my Columbia plant last year, and I think it's just a different variety. I didn't want it, but that's the one they sent me, so that's what we're getting. It's not Columbus, it's Columbia. So, and I didn't even know it existed, so we'll see how that does this year. But my other 3, my Chinook, Centennial, and Cascade, look like they're going to do well. My Cascade did the best from last year, and that took me forever to pick. So if the other 3 do come up well, we're going to have a lot to do. So again, we're going to start training after a foot, and you're going to go counterclockwise on your twine. And yes, they can grow sideways, up, down, whatever direction they want. I will say from last year, they do want to go up. So if you can go vertical 20 foot, you're probably better off. It's just where I live, it's easier to build a box and zigzag them up. And I think it averages out to about 32 foot. So it's actually higher than they would go, but I do have to train all year or until they stop to produce cones, because they always want to go up. But hopefully we'll do well. Now for my other ones, I did have a friend that lived by me that did grow hops for about 7 or 8 years, I think. He moved. I did pick some of his, or I did dig them up. I've got 3 of those out at my parents' house, along with the one from last year that I'm calling Hop X, because I do not know what it is. Hopefully we'll get a lot out of it this year, and we'll be able to make like a smash beer to see what we're dealing with there. But so that'll do it. Also, I am writing blog posts on Rhizome to beer. If you want to check out the 31stbrewing.com blog, I have posted one because I wanted to get that out. I'm getting over a cold. That's why I sound like this. And I wanted it out for Monday, but with all the stuff going on, I didn't have time. So now I'm dealing with this sickness. But I will be posting another article, so make sure you check out that. I'll put a card or something above so you guys can go view that. But I'm hoping to have regular updates on the hops. Let me know how your guys' hops are doing. Again, I'm in Michigan, so May to July is about my time frame, June, July, until they really start coming on, and that's it for the year. So I know some people can almost grow them all year around or get 2 growths out of them. But here we're only going to get 1. And I think my Cascade from last year, I ended up with 66.4 ounces, I think, wet, and dry. That averaged, I think, in the end, I did use 24 ounces wet in a wet hop beer. So I did vacuum seal about 9 ounces. So you don't get very much, but again, you pay $4 to $7 for the actual Rhizome, and you're going to be saving money every year, especially going down the road, because I would think 7 to 8 years, then we'll split them, or if they're growing like crazy, maybe we'll split them before that, and then you can have 2, and that's free pretty much. So that's going to wrap up this one. Again, I will give updates as we go along. I'll probably do one on how I train them going around the twine. But so until next time, happy brewing. Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Leave me a comment down below to tell me what you thought about this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share, and hit that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. You can check out these videos over here. Also, head over to 31stbrewing.com for everything beer and home brewing related.